Good evening, everyone. This is Halfbean Pro Survival coming to you from the coastal Bend area of Texas. Woo woo. And today, I'm going to give a review on the Survivor Fire Starters from survivorfirestarters.com. A little bit of backstory, and I'll make this quick because I know how most of you guys hate talking. Went to a gun show with my brother-in-law, Paulie. We go to it every time in San Antonio. Well, almost every time. Lately, it hasn't been. And these guys were there. I mean, a great setup he had. I mean, had his own booth, had his own demonstration area, and I mean, he's got it going on, man. Especially with the way they got this fire starter going. I went ahead and bought the $10 version of this, but I got a little bit extra with it, with, you know, a couple extra dollars. This here is what I got. Firestarter.com. I'm going to assume that this is the deluxe model, one of them, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's got a fair amount of magnesium on it. I'm gonna say that's at least a ½ inch around. You're gonna get just tons of, you know, magnesium strips off of that, specs, whatever you want to call it. I mean, obviously you got your striker, nice little piece, tied on with some string, and on the other side, he came in and he was like, you know what, we'll go with this one. It's a little flashlight. Pretty neat, you know? You never know when you're gonna need it. That works pretty good, you know? Neat little flashlight. Got a signal mirror, which I thought was pretty neat. Yeah, look at that. Coming to you from a phone, because I am broke and I don't have good camera equipment yet. So there you have it, signal mirror. Actually works pretty good. Tested it out, and I'll see if I can't get my wife to vouch for that. Kind of made her mad, getting it in her eyes. Yuck, yuck. Other side, temperature gauge. I mean, it's both Fahrenheit and Celsius. I'm going to assume it's filled with water, because I don't think they went down the route of button temperature gauges with oil in it. But hey, you know, it's fairly accurate. I mean, considering I had this in the truck, you know, where there's shade, it's saying it's 95 degrees, and then on top you have button compass. Glows in the dark and is also fairly accurate. Yep, here comes the breeze. It's not going to be good to me, but it is fairly accurate. North side's to the left, so right now we're on the west side. So anyhow, we're going to give this a little bit of a test. I mean, it's got a fairly good amount of you know, magnesium striking rod there, some ferro rod. You know, it's pretty secure. It's glued in pretty good. I've dropped this thing like 1,000,000 times. Now, the plastic on it is actually quite comfortable. I mean, you don't lose grip of this thing hardly at all. And today we found at this location a fair amount of tinder fungus. Now, unfortunately, oh, yeah, there you go. The breeze isn't going to do me good today. Unfortunately, this came off of a pecan tree. Yep, that pecan tree is probably, I don't know, it's pretty old. It's got to be a good, like, 80 feet tall. It's a big dang tree. So, this is growing all over it, which is unfortunate because that tree's dying. And I love pecans. I mean, come on, this is Texas. Greatest state of all. And we provide nuts. Lots of nuts to the rest of this country. And without us, where are they going to get them? So anyhow, I guess we'll go ahead and use this striker. Look at that. It's a fancy tripod made from jute twine and some river cane. Isn't that fancy? Anyhow, we're just going to get down to brass tacks here. And we'll see if it'll get this little bit of fungus going. See if we can't get something on. Give it a little strike there. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to use this piece of paper. Tear us up some of this stuff. As long as the breeze is good to me, which it probably won't be. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to open up the package here and use it as a windbreak. Work smarter. Think half bean. There's only one way to be a half bean, and that's just make it work. Anyhow, we're gonna get back to it. Scrape off some more. Let the wind kind of blow it around for a minute, and then we'll collect it back up. Dang it. Anyhow, you get the idea. Let's just try and scrape some of this back up. Well, that ain't gonna work. Alright, dumb. Here comes the editing process. Like I said, here comes the editing process. This probably won't make it to TV. Probably won't make it to YouTube. But if it does, feel free to laugh. I'm pretty sure my family will be. I'll knock some of those into right there. I think got a fair amount in there. And now, the ultimate try. We're going to do this Dave Canterbury style. The push and pull. Knock off some of this paint on there. As you can see, most ferro rods you're going to have to. And let's see if I can get, hit with some kind of copyright thing. You swish and flick! Flick, 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 flick. There we go. And we are smoking. Look at that. Would you look at that? You almost got it. And alright. Our tinder is on fire. Isn't that something? Stinks. Breathing in fungus. That probably can't be good for you. But you know what? In a survival situation, you're going to be breathing in a lot of weird stuff. Filth, poop, dead body, whatever. Anything could be out there. So, needless to say, this guy works pretty good. I wouldn't recommend going out to the coast and getting this thing all salty in the water, because after all, salt water destroys everything. Look at the bottom of people's cars out there. So anyway, we're going to let that burn for a little bit. I recommend it. I barely scraped the back of this thing, and there's pretty much nothing gone. So you're going to have probably well over 2,000 good, strokes of this thing. No pun intended. And, like I said, signal mirror. That's working pretty good. And it is hot, obviously. And we are still... Yeah, we're still on the west side. There you go. Now, I got this thing a while back. Okay? Probably about a good 2 months ago. And so, it gives you the story. Survivor fire starters. Compass, glow in the dark. Signal mirror, thermometer, Fahrenheit and Celsius. Great for any outdoor activity. Lightweight and compact. Uh-oh, there is a red plus sign, a must for survival and emergency kits. And then that thing, great for scouting. Well, I could see that. Obviously this thing's still smoking over here. Still smoldering. Works even when wet. And I'm sure it does. It's made of metal. As long as you dry it off real good, it's gonna work. Those button compasses are usually glued shut. And the handle's made of plastic. Can't beat that. And this says new product, Texas Fire. SurvivorFirestarters.com. Camp, fish, hunt. Survivor Firestarters survive. And there you have it for the package. It also comes with this big old sheet of paper. Order form, the different models, different price points, and it gives you the rundown of the whole thing. Gives you helpful hints. Magnesium shave should be scraped into a hard surface such as a rock or metal. Avoid wood and dirt. Yep, and I did it on this thing. Large shavings burn better and can be produced by applying pressure with thumb when scraping. When possible, fray the edges of tinder before striking. The striker is a high carbon steel blade. Having trouble getting a good spark? Make sure A. Edges of blade are square. B. Pressure is applied to thumb. C. Scrape at 45-degree angle. Blades are pre-sharpened to ensure maximum spark. Occasional honing or grinding will keep the edge square. And the normal stuff that most survivalists, know how to do. But even for those that don't, this is a good resource. And there you go. And I just recommend going to it. This is a product made in Texas, as far as I can see. Based out of Edinburgh. Not bad of a little town. I mean, they got it all. You got a model with 2,000 strikes, with keychain and a wood handle. The wood handle one's pretty neat because you can use that as your tinder shavings. 6,000 strike keychain, wood handle, and compass. Then you have 10,000 strike keychain, wood handle, and compass. 2,000 strikes with a lifetime warranty, keychain, wood handle, compass, thermometer, and signal mirror. So there you have it. Like I said, well over 2,000 strikes. So, as far as I can see, this is the plastic model that I had obtained without the wood. And I wanted the plastic because, well, we're down here at the Coastal Bend. I'll be using this quite a bit. I had another one that I got from him that was a smaller version that I destroyed that thing. I put it through its paces. And it lasted quite well. The only reason why it failed on me was because of my mistake. So, it's nothing against them, it's against me. And they're not paying me for this. I saw it, I tried it, and I believe in their company. So, if you want to go for it, then I say do it. I mean, you can't beat that. And this thing will last a while. So, I recommend going to the website, www.survivorfirestarters.com. Check out their stuff, man. It's pretty cool. Except for that, it's still burning. So, in summation, I recommend going for it. The guy that sold me this was very knowledgeable, super nice guy. Standing next to a bunch of AKs, and I believe there was a Mauser at the table next to him, and I can't, was it a Webley? I think it was a Webley. It's egregiously large and ridiculous revolver. But I would totally buy it if I had that kind of money and if the ammo was friggin' available. Anyhow, this is the Half-Bean Survivor. I guess have a good one, y'all. And yes, I can define good one.